Thunder taking on San Antonio. The NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us this Sunday afternoon. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke.
Ready?
It'll be the Thunder off the tip. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Durant, the 3, and Ibaka, the 4. Russell Westbrook out there with Andre Robertson. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot. And Tim Duncan gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
They set the pick. Here's Durant. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
Now, here's Parker. He kicks to Leonard. And he can't bank that one in. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. It's Durant on the wing, covered by Duncan. Durant kicks to Robertson. Back to Durant. Fires the 3. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And Parker, here we go. Leonard on the wing. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Here's Westbrook. Elbow shot. Here's Ibaka. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Parker kicks to Duncan. The pass to Leonard. Duncan, a screen. Just 5 on the clock. Leonard, the pass to Aldridge. No good. Thunder have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside Westbrook. Out to the right wing. There's the 3. They grab their own miss. The dish to Ibaka. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Robertson, guarded by Green. Aldridge against Ibaka. Another miss by Ibaka.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. Wants to get it to Duncan, and does. And Durant sends it back. Ibaka outside. Pass to Durant. Kicks to Robertson. Back to Durant. Ibaka with the screen on Parker. Durant for 3. Green with the rebound. Spurs trail by 3. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Duncan dishes to Parker. It's stolen by Adams. Trying to get back on track. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. When you think about guards who play without fear or any hesitation, Russell Westbrook is the first of those guys to come to mind.
I tell you what, man, his relentless pursuit and attacking of the goal and his opponent is really something to watch.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And for Westbrook, he had some high praise. Allen Iverson said he's a huge fan of Westbrook and sees so much of himself in him, mostly due to how they play with heart. I'll tell you the other thing, Allen Iverson I always felt was the most intimidating small guard in the history of the league. Russell Westbrook rapidly trying to claim that honor. You know, I was thinking back to that Iverson quote on Westbrook. They play with that same fire. The styles in which they play are different, but you can see the intensity is the same between them. And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Parker passes to Leonard. Back to Parker. San Antonio again missing. The Thunder leading by 5. Outside Durant. To the wing on the left. Ibaka with a screen on Parker. Shot clock at 5. Durant with it. Now Green defending. Here's Ibaka. And another shot. Adams. Green with the block. The Spurs have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. And Durant sends it back. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Durant. Leonard on the wing, defended by Durant, jacks up a 3.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Not one second chance bucket allowed. That is finishing off good defense.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Now here's Parker. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. They set the pick. Clock at 6. Green against Durant. And here's Leonard from 3. Second shot opportunity. Duncan kicks to Parker. Spurs passing it around. Duncan, a screen. Duncan with the screen for Parker. Nobody near Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Leonard's got 5 points so far. The Thunder leading by 4. Westbrook with it. The feed to Durant. Releases. Ibaka dishes to Adams. Leonard with the steal. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go all the way.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
And the Thunder with the possession here. After the basket by San Antonio. Parker against Westbrook. Screened by Ibaka. Durant kicks to Adams. It's stolen by Duncan. Outside Leonard. Aldridge, the pass to Green. Inside. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Adams. Durant at the elbow. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Now here's Duncan. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Parker outside. Aldridge a screen. Parker dishes to Aldridge. Outside Leonard. Six on the shot clock. Back to Aldridge. And it comes off the front of the rim. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Well, you look at the roster of the Thunder from last year, Clark, they knew how to build from within.
Well, last season's roster, everybody but one player was either drafted or acquired via trade. That's a rare combo in the NBA.
Here's Roberson. That's good. Roberson's got his first bucket in this one. Spurs trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
And guys, for the Thunder, listen, they're not a big market team. They've had to make sacrifices with money to stay competitive. They do a terrific job with the limitations that small market presents.
Here's Leonard. following the score by Serge Ibaka. Leonard kicks to Aldridge. Duncan right side. It's stolen by Adams. And again, Oklahoma City running the court in transition.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Parker outside. Pass to Green. Aldridge a screen. And Green gets it to go.
And, you know, as we've seen, success in the NBA can come in a lot of different packages. I mean, it can't happen without the big free agent signing or spending. It helps to draft a guy like Kevin Durant.
Come on, fellas, we got to pick up the pace. If we see an open look, we got to take it. We have to make them play at our tempo.
At this point, but the Spurs were in the playoffs last year. 18th consecutive appearance.
Yeah, and they weren't in that usual top 3 spot, though. Although, had they won the last game, instead of being the 6th, they would have been the 2nd.
Right.
Didn't have that home court advantage, and as they went up against the Clippers, it really cost them in that 7th game.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Enes Kanter's checked in for Steven Adams. Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Kevin Durant. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Andre Robertson. Now here's Westbrook. There's a good screen. Here's Morrow. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
And against the Clippers, the Spurs didn't have home court advantage. I mean, ended up playing a big part in that series. They ended up losing in Game 7 in Staples with some questionable timekeeping, but that's not why they lost.
Martin against Westbrook. Here's Anderson. Pops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
Right there, West used that ample frame of his to open up space for the shooter. Solid screen.
Now here's Westbrook. Pass to Kanter. And here is Waiters. Off the pick. And he overshot that one, missing.
And that Spurs series sure didn't feel like a first-round matchup. I mean, you could have easily have seen either team playing for the title, regardless of who won the series. Both teams acknowledged that it felt like a conference finals matchup. You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
The Thunder leading by 4. There's a screen by Kanter. Waiters passes to Morrow. Drills it from outside. Morrow's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. San Antonio's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. There's 1:47 left in the first quarter. Mills dishes to Martin. 5 on the clock. Here's Diaw. On the rebound goes to the Thunder. Now here's Waiters. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. This is to Westbrook. Collison with the screen for Westbrook. Feeds to Morrow. Back to Waiters. Collison with a screen on Martin. And Waiters kicks to Kanter. Tries again. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Guys, he's got the length to get to the rim, and when he gets there, you never see a clumsy or awkward finish out of him. Everything is smooth and fluid.
Randy Foye, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for the Thunder.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Now here's Mills. Outside Martin. Out to the wing. Got a piece of it. Mills can't hit.
And although not a block officially, it might as well have been his ability to react and alter the shot.
Greg, I don't think there was any doubt about it. His defense threw him off on that shot.
Spurs trail by 10. Outside Martin. 17 seconds left to play in the first. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Now here is Foy, covered by Mills. There's a screen by Cantor. Got it off in time. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Thunder out in front as they wrap up the first quarter on a 12-4 run. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And Tim Duncan closing in on 2 decades in the league. He talked about his continued love of the game.
The games are my solace. I enjoy playing the games. I enjoy the competition. I enjoy the chess match. I enjoy the physical play. I enjoy that part of it. So being on the floor, being able to compete at that level, and knowing that I won't ever be able to compete on that level once I'm done with this, that drives me, and I love that part of it.
Well, Duncan breaking down his love for the game and what keeps him and going, not just playing, but still enjoying it at his age.
Man, it's phenomenal to see because Tim Duncan doesn't usually get too introspective with us. Anybody that plays this game knows exactly what he's talking about. And at the level he's competing currently, I don't see him going anywhere anytime soon, that's for sure.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
Well, they dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
Yeah, and, you know, they've also done a good job, Greg, on their end of the floor by not throwing the ball away.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Thunder. Foyle is out there with Dion Waiters. Then there's Nick Collison. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Morrow in at the 3 spot. Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Anderson. And it's Kawhi Leonard in for Kevin Martin. And now the fast break, Ginobili with the ball. And that one's good. Leonard's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Spurs.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting. His rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Foy, the pass to Cantor. He dishes it to Collison. There's Foy with the 3. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Spurs trail by 6. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Ginobili. 11 points for Leonard.
What a pass by the fearless Manu Ginobili. Great teamwork.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And for David West last season, the thought was he might increase his production with Paul George out, but the opposite happened. West suffered his lowest scoring output in a decade, only 12 points per game on 47% shooting. Rough showing for the former All-Star.
A different look now for San Antonio. Duncan comes in for West, and Tony Parker subbed in for Patty Mills. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Oklahoma City. Durant comes in for Waiters. Durant dishes to Morrow. And Foy kicks to Ibaka. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Well, Greg, getting back to West, even though his scoring was down, his playmaking was up. You were talking about that. Clark, 3.5 assists. game last season, by far the highest number of his career.
Yeah, one of the very best pros I've ever been around. He's very smart. He's tough. He's all about team. And, you know, he makes things happen. Impacts winning in a lot of ways, and those assist totals indicate that.
And, guys, Serge Ibaka's production was just a little off last season. We're not talking, you know, big number changes. We're talking small dips in a number of categories.
Well, one category where he did really fall off, though, Kevin, was field goal percentage. A career 53% shooter, he dropped down to 47.
And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. 6 to shoot. Aldridge. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
And getting back to Ibaka, everything changed for him the minute Kevin Durant was lost last season. I mean, defenses could focus on him, and he was the Thunder's only front court scoring threat. And as much as he's improved on offense, he still has neither the flexibility nor skill set to be a guy that can be considered a first or second option offensively.
Ginobili outside. This one for 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Now just a 1-point Thunder lead.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
And Boyd kicks to Kanter. Unloads. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Kanter's got 5 points so far.
You know, talking about Ibaka, last season was good for his growth. I mean, he got a taste of what it's like to be the first or second scoring option rather than an afterthought. Now it's up to him to take that experience and convert it into improvement.
Parker kicks to Leonard. He feeds it to Aldridge. Ginobili with the 3. Serge Ibaka with the rebound.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
And I wouldn't bet against him in that situation the next time out.
Spurs trail by 3. And the pass to Ginobili. Back to Leonard. Screen by Duncan. There's the dish to Ginobili. The stupendous finish in traffic. Ginobili's got 5 points so far.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Now, here is 4. Covered by Parker. Durant just inside the line, but he stays with it. He kicks it to Ibaka. Another shot, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Daniel Green, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And then for Oklahoma City, Adams, he's checked in for Kanter. Andre Robertson comes in for Anthony Morrow. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Randy Ford. Pass to Duncan. Parker outside. Kicks to Aldridge. Screen by Duncan. And here's Green outside. Thunder with the rebound. Durant's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Screen by Ibaka. Here is Durant. 7 points in the game. 3-pointer. Rebound by Parker.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Here's Duncan. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg. I'll tell you what, at this point in his career, it is safe to say, actually has been for a while, that Duncan might be one of the best power forwards ever. He is, clearly. 5 rings, 50-win seasons, his whole career. the complete package on the box.
And Duncan, who briefly contemplated retiring after last season, showed in the playoffs, Greg, he is still very much at the top of his game.
Listen, Tim Duncan, for me, is the greatest power forward to ever play the game, although Pop will tell you he's actually a center in the power forward's body. I mean, what a great matchup. Yeah, how great was he, I should say, in the matchup against the Clippers last season. And throughout his career, he has been more consistent than a clock. I mean, it doesn't matter the year or who he's up against. This guy just finds a way to leave his mark on the game.
That was a dynamic two-hand dunk there.
Right in the face of the defender.
Just tough and gritty with the elevation.
Westbrook passes to Roberson. They set the pick. Back to Westbrook. Westbrook double team. And there's the feed to Durant. That shot wide open. Durant's got 9 points. Parker with him. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Duncan, a screen. It's Parker with the drive. And it's blocked by Adams. Westbrook against Aldridge. Durant with a wide open look. Again, Durant missing.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Leonard dishes to Duncan. Aldridge down low. Adams on him. Aldridge, no luck. Durant with it. Leonard picks him up. Shot from the wing. Second shot opportunity. Outside Westbrook. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Spurs trail by 3. Outside Leonard. Outside Green. To the paint. Here's Aldridge. And he converts the layup. Aldridge has got 8 points in the quarter.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Durant gets to Adams. To the paint. It's tipped. 5 to shoot. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Green with the ball. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific. And I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals.
Durant for 3. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. We all know about Durant's injury last season. Strange because he was the model of health pretty much before that.
He really was. I mean, just rarely missed extended time. And factoring he, along with Westbrook, 2 guys who have been really the model of durability. Health is something he nor the fans will ever take for granted again.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Boris Diaz checked in for Duncan. Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Martin's checked in for Leonard. That's Mills in for Parker. West is checked in for the Spurs.
You know, a quick note about Kevin Durant and his ability to stay on the floor. Prior to last season, he played in 97% of all games that he could have. That's high-level durability there.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
97% of games played is for international play and playoffs. That's an incredible amount of games that he's suited up for. You wonder if it just wore down his body.
For the Thunder, Cantor checked in for Adams. And it's Waiters in for Roberson. Mills passes to Martin. Dishes it to Mills. Anderson outside. His shot is good, making a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
Now here's Westbrook, guarded closely. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. A lot of ferocious dunkers in the NBA, but what could you say about Westbrook as maybe the top dunker right now on that list?
Well, the ferocity, the tenacity. I mean, he's almost angry when he takes it to the basket the way he does. I think that's part of what makes him so special.
And, you know, with Westbrook, it fits right in with how he plays. I mean, he is relentless when he goes at the rim and takes out any contact he felt on the way to get there.
Anderson kicks it to West. Lets it go from the wing. Anderson's shot is off. Oklahoma City's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. And Waiters kicks to Westbrook. Goes up to the stripe, and that's good for 2. Westbrook's got 6 points.
And one last note, guys, about Westbrook. He dunks on purpose. I mean, last season he said that he dunks so hard to discourage any defender from blocking his shot or even contesting him.
And Mills kicks to Martin. No good on the 3.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
It's Durant on the wing, covered by Martin. And Durant gets it to go. 1:05 left in the first half of basketball. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kevin. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Up top, Mills. He's covered by Westbrook. And here we go with Westbrook heading to the hoop. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
And Mills kicks to Anderson. Pass to Mills. In the corner, it's Martin. To halt the run. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 5 rebounds tonight. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Passes it to Westbrook. Feeds it to Cantor. Raiders on the wing. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. It's stolen by West. In transition, here comes San Antonio. And finished off by Martin.
Tell you what, that was all made possible by the heads-up defense at the other end.
And I love that as soon as they get their hands on the basketball, they immediately get out in transition.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Get it! Get it! What a shot!
How about that one? A perfect finish to the half for them to tack another 3 points onto their lead.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Thunder out in front, up by 9. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
All right, Kevin, here with Tony Parker. And Tony, you guys have struggled offensively so far in this game. Why do you think it's been so tough to get into a groove here?
I don't know. We got a hard time to make a basket. We're playing a very good team. They play with a lot of energy. So hopefully in the second half we can shoot a little bit better.
Tony, thank you. Kevin, nothing like seeing 2 Titans get after it.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. Oklahoma City has the edge here at halftime. They have a 9-point lead. Shaq, let's get your opinion on their game so far.
Well, they were really in attack mode. The most telling stat is how many times they got to the free throw line. They weren't all afraid to get their hands and get those elbows dirty. You know, I'm a specialist when it comes to the elbows, Ernie.
Kenny, how do you think San Antonio played?
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better into a better rhythm in the second half and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And in terms of points in that first half, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Duncan is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from the wing. Westbrook pulls it in. Oklahoma City leading by 9. He dishes it to Cantor. Looking for Ibaka. He gets it there. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Outside Leonard. Aldridge a screen. Leonard attacking Aldridge. Dishes to Duncan. And he dunks it after the pick. Frees him up.
Well, what a smart pass that time by Aldridge.
Oklahoma City shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. We know Oklahoma City has the stars, the big names, the offensive flair. But, Greg, this team, and you appreciate this, is a very tough defensive group.
Yeah, I think they've matured in that area. In the past, that wasn't always true. But last year, the Thunder really hung their hat on their defense. Top 10 in opponents' field goal percentage.
There's the pass to Green. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. For the Thunder, Steven Adams comes in for Cantor. And it's Andre Robertson in for Dion Waiters. Oklahoma City leading by 7.
When you look at the Thunder and their defense, it starts with the length they have on the perimeter. It also helps to have rim protectors backing them up on any drive.
And how does he get that one to go? No idea.
I don't have an idea either. A little heat check there, but, yep, he's still cooking. And, Greg, he's cooking with gas.
Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. And it's 13 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And a final note on the Thunder defense. A lot of it is a mentality. They have guys that aren't scared to challenge shots. And they're a solid group that knows how to play tough team defense.
Westbrook passes to Durant. Parker with the steal. And now Parker pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Got a piece of it. Durant with the steal. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Here's Westbrook. Again, the Thunder score.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
You look at Kevin Durant, and he does have a bit of an unusual body type. Still is fairly thin, even after 8 years in the league. Yet, up until last season, he'd been one of the more durable players in the league. Kind of like Reggie Miller in that regard.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Talking about Durant's physical makeup, some scouts were actually worried about his athleticism when he declared for the draft after just 1 year at Texas. At the NBA Combine, Greg, you were talking about this. He posted some of the worst numbers of all the top prospects.
He did, but I tell you what, he did blow people away with his length. 6'10", with a 7-foot 5-inch arm span. I mean, that makes up for a whole lot in this league. And as we've seen throughout his Hall of Fame career, I think it's worked out pretty nice.
I think it has too.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard hasn't been in the league for a long time, but he's feeling right at home. He said last season he wants to remain a Spur for life.
And for Leonard to hear players say that a lot, but rarely before they reach the end of their rookie contract.
Yeah, I think Leonard just realizes what a special situation he found himself in. I mean, he is the complete package as a player and custom made for how the Spurs like to play and do things.
Back to Westbrook. They set the pick. Clock at 6. And Adams kicks to Waiters. And it doesn't even draw out. Spurs trail by 7. There's the dish to Duncan. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Swiped it away. Left side, Westbrook. Adams dishes to Waiters. Wide open look. LaMarcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Aldridge has got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside, Green. Inside, it's stolen by Adams. And now it's Westbrook running. He can go all the way.
Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
Baca against Duncan. It's Parker with the drop. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
The Thunder leading by 7. Now here's Waiters. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's Adams. He feeds it to Ibaka. He kicks it to Robertson. Back to Ibaka. Another shot. Good! And the Thunder lead by 9. The Spurs have gone 3 of 4 so far in the 3rd quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And here is Parker. Screen by Duncan. Leonard attacking. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
Here's Robertson. Back to Westbrook. No good off the back of the rim. Outside Leonard. Pass to Duncan. Kicks it to Parker. Duncan with the screen for Parker. The feed to Leonard. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 5. Puts it up from 12. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Aldridge.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimme.
Ibaka with the screen on Green. Westbrook with a wide open look. And it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And some changes here for the Spurs. David West, he's checked in for Duncan. Dion comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Ginobili in for Kawhi Leonard. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2. That one on Parker.
What a game it's been for Westbrook. He has 17 points, and he's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Clark, just a very energetic brand of defense.
And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
Mills, he's checked in for Parker. Then for the Thunder, Cantor, he checked in for Adams. And Nick Collison subbed in for Serge Ibaka. Diaw, the screen. To the wing on the left. Mills, that's a 2-pointer. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Cantor's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And it's just hard to imagine the Spurs without Coach Popovich on the sidelines. He's the longest tenured coach in the NBA and has done so much for this team. Easily one of the best coaches in the history of our league.
Westbrook against Ginobili. Dishes it to Robertson. It's up a 3. Collison kicks to Waiters. Now Westbrook. He's got 18. Green with the block. Pass to Mills. Diaw, the screen. Mills passes to Diaw. And he banks in the layup. And Greg, you know, for Popovich being with the Spurs for so long, since 1996, Clark, he is actually the longest tenured coach in all of sports right now.
Amazing, Kevin, and he's done it through winning. I mean, the third fastest coach ever to get to 1,000 wins. You compare his numbers with any coach in any sport, and they stack up as Hall of Fame caliber.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Fellas, you look at Boris Diaw and say, my goodness, if he could just get in better shape. But he uses every bit of that significant backside of his to his advantage. Opponents can't get through him or around him, so he's making good use of the extra LBs.
The Spurs making a switch here. Martin's checked in, and Oklahoma City also making a switch. Morrow's checked in. Westbrook up top. He's covered by Ginobili. Collison with the screen for Westbrook. And Boris Diaw picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
There's a screen by Cantor. Double team on Westbrook. Pass to Morrow. Run deep. Ginobili grabs the board. Getting back to Diaw, he has a sneaky quick first step. You think he won't or can't blow by you, then suddenly, and you know this, Greg, you're stuck to his hip as he's taking it to the rack for a and one.
You know, he's a bit like Foreman, and I'm not talking about his body type.
Or the grill.
Yeah, you know, Diaw plays with you a little bit, puts that body on you, lulls you to sleep, and wham, shows you up in the worst way.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
Anderson, he's checked in for the Spurs.
And Dion Waiters traded last season to the Thunder. They wanted him as a shooting and scoring threat off the bench. Didn't want him to try and fill the void that Harden played when he was a member of the team.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Anderson kicks it to West. The kick out to Anderson. Feeds to Diaw. Rejected by Collison.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, energy has been the difference, and they're fighting for every loose ball and getting as good as they get on the inside.
You know, Greg, for Waiters, it would be unfair for the Thunder to ask that of anybody. You know, that's tough to do. Clark, hard to make up what Harden had accomplished.
Yeah, and the Thunder even asked Waiters not to wear number 13 to avoid any comparisons, which I think was a smart move. But they still would like to have him provide some punch in terms of points off the bench.
Diaw, the screen. They shoot again. Mills can't hit.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it. He continues to struggle from the field, but luckily for him and his team, his teammates have been able to pick him up and get the job done.
Martin for three. No good. And the Thunder going the other way now. They've led by as much as 10. Outside Westbrook. He dishes it to Morrow. From downtown, the kick out to Westbrook. Waiters passes to Westbrook. Off on the layup.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Diaw with a wide open look. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Diaw's got his second bucket of the game to go. The Thunder leading by 5. Outside Westbrook. A step-back shot here. And he hits the jump shot. Westbrook's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And not much breathing room there. The step-back move gave him just enough to get it off.
Now here's Mills. He's covered by Westbrook. Mills dishes to Martin. Right wing takes the three. And Patrick Mills gets the three. Mills has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Westbrook. And the pass to Cantor. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the third. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook, and he connects with the jumper. Westbrook's got 22 points. Spurs trail by 6. Outside Martin. Diaw, the screen. Martin kicks it to West. And here's Anderson for 3. The shot is off. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Thunder lead by 6. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. The Thunder leading by 6. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Anthony Morrow out there with Nick Collison. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's Dion Waiters. And it's Foy in at the point guard. Now the dish to Kanter. Sinks the three-pointer. Kanter's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Thunder.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Outside Leonard. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Lobs it up. That's tipped. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. The Thunder shooting struggle is apparent. 37% from the field. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Lets it go from 11. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And guys, Dion Waiters is a man who has never met a shot he didn't like. Despite shooting less than 40% from the field last season, he just kept on shooting. Now, every once in a while, he'd get hot and it would look good. But when he's off, which was most of the time, it didn't look very good. He's got to improve shot selection and shot discipline.
Parker kicks to Duncan. He feeds it to Leonard. 4 on the clock. Howard down with both hands.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Outside Durant. Kanter with a screen on Leonard. Durant the pass to Kanter. He kicks it to Foy. Shot on the wing. They get it back. Randy Foy is on the wing. Pass to Durant. There's a screen by Kanter. And that one's good. Durant. Durant's got the lead up to 11 now for Oklahoma City.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Green dishes to Parker. Screen by Duncan. Here's Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 6 assists now in the game. The Thunder leading by 9. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Again, Durant missing.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen 4 shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it, are you kidding me?
Leonard kicks to Duncan. Right side, Green. And the Spurs scoring again.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Leonard against Durant. Fires from deep. Durant with another miss.
Got a good look, though. I thought that was going to go down.
Yeah, the D, though, just enough to bother the rhythm on that one, Clark.
Leonard kicks to Parker. Green left side. The feed to Leonard. And Durant sends it back. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. The Thunder leading by 5. From deep three-point range, rebounds San Antonio. Aldridge has got 5 rebounds tonight. Parker outside. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. Kicks it to Leonard. Aldridge a screen. Leonard the pass to Aldridge. Just 5 to shoot. Fades back. Great D that time from Collison. Thunder have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. There's a screen by Cantor. It's tipped. Collison with it. Leonard picks him up. A look from Durant. Nice shot from the wing. Durant's got 6 points in the quarter. And so it's San Antonio with it. They trail by 7. Now here's Parker. He's covered closely. Dishes to Aldridge. Pass to Leonard. Aldridge with a screen on Durant. Leonard kicks to Aldridge. Aldridge can't get that one to fall. The Thunder leading by 7. Pass to Cantor. Over in the corner, Foy. No good from outside. For San Antonio, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Green kicks to Aldridge. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They've led by as many as 11 points. Foy with it. Raiders on the wing. Feeds it to Cantor. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, and a big year for Enes Kanter last season. I mean, traded from the Jazz to the Thunder and finally saw the minutes that he was hoping for.
And Kanter did play well with the increased minutes last season, Clark. Averaged a double-double after the trade.
I think it was a great fit for him in Oklahoma City. He still has work to do, but now that he feels like he's in the right environment, I think we're going to see that great potential of his start to come to fruition.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Collison. Andre Robertson comes in for Dion Waiters. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Randy Ford. And Durant sends it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He loved the work they were doing on the interior, saying, listen, they've got no answer for us inside, and we're not going to let them off the hook now. Keep pounding it down low.
And that one is stuffed right through.
Threw it down with authority.
Oh, he can really fly. And you combine that, Clark, with some of the nice penetration, too, and you've got an easy 2 points.
And able to just play well above the rim. I mean, that makes this guy so dangerous when he's in the game.
Leonard kicks to Parker. 5 on the clock. Shot to stop the drought. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Kevin Durant. For a long time in San Antonio, it's been about the big 3, and rightfully so with all their wins, and Kawhi Leonard seems to be their future.
And Kawhi and the big 3 recognize that and are trying to ease the transition period. And if you know the Spurs, They'll make a smooth transition, won't they, Kevin?
Absolutely.
And guys, for Kawhi Leonard and the Spurs, Coach Popovich already sees him as the next guy. He told Leonard not to think of the big three, but to think of himself as the big one.
Westbrook against Parker. And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's his third foul of the game. Mills, who's checked in for Tony Parker. Now, here's Westbrook. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. The shot's good from Cantor.
And guys, with what Popovich said about Leonard, small things like that can be the catalyst to get a player to reach greatness. Sooner or later, this will be Kawhi's team.
Launches a 3. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. Aldridge has got 3 assists in the game.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Outside Westbrook. Screened by Ibaka. It's Durant on the wing. Tim Duncan grabs the miss. Spurs trail by 7. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. Westbrook. The Hail Mary from beyond half court is off target. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Ring shot on the way. Mills can't hit. The Thunder leading by 7. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Last season, Clark, the Spurs kept on winning as usual. They passed the Lakers, in fact, for the best winning percentage all time for a franchise.
Well, some of that has to do with the struggles the Lakers had last season, but more of it is credit to the Spurs. Consistency and high-quality play has been who they are and have been for 2 decades.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Back to Durant. Tries it from 19. Mills with the rebound. Spurs trail by 10. Leonard on the wing. Shoots the 3. Offensive rebound. Duncan kicks to Mills. Aldridge a screen. The pass to Green. He dishes it to Mills. Goes back up. Excellent D from Cantor.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
That's good from Westbrook. And so Westbrook makes them both.
And really, last season, the Thunder came into the year as a popular pick to win the West. Of course, we know what happened in terms of injuries, and they ended up having them on the outside looking in terms of the postseason.
Duncan, a screen. Leonard dishes to Aldridge. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. 12 points for LaMarcus Aldridge. Oklahoma City leading by 10. For the Thunder, their play against the rest of the West wasn't a huge problem as to why they missed the playoffs. And, you know, they went 25 and 27 against the rest of the West.
Well, at first glance, that doesn't look too bad, but only 7 wins in those 29 games against the Western Conference playoff teams. With the talent the Thunder have, you still think of them as favorites in the West, at least one of the favorites in the West.
Mills, that's a 2-pointer. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got rebound number 5 here tonight. The dish to Cantor. Outside Durant. Clock at 6. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
They've had difficulties the way Durant's been playing. 22 points and 4 block shots.
And he's really put together a nice combination of points at the free throw line, but also getting the assist.
Can you say fundamentals clinic, guys?
Durant hits them both.
And the Spurs being the defending champions out west heading into last year, but they would end up 6th in the conference with a record of 55-27, had a record of 32-20 against the rest of the West.
Aldridge inside, defended by Ibaka. And LaMarcus Aldridge again.
That's a heads-up play there on offense. The pump fake cleared the way for the nice layup.
Oklahoma City leading by 10. We knew the West was going to be wild and very competitive all season long last year, and the Spurs, Clark, epitomized just how crazy and tough things can be there.
Yeah, and with about 3 weeks left in the season, the Spurs were sitting in the 7th playoff spot. Then they go on a tear and win 11 games in a row to jump to number 2. Finally lose 1 game, and they're all the way back to 6th.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Thunder.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Yeah, I like the discipline, the self-control, and the patience, Kevin.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Kevin Durant. You can set a tone with defense, and that's exactly what he did with how he protected the rim.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Outside Leonard for the 3, and he gets it to go. Leonard's got it back down to single digits for the Spurs. 19 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And so the Thunder now can just hold on to the ball. And here's Westbrook. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, thank you, Kevin. Russell, obviously your ability to attack on offense is such a key for your team. How do you decide when to go to the hoop and when to pass the ball?
I never know, man. I just see how the flow of the game is going. I try to stay in attack mode. That's what my team wants me to do, and I try to continue to do it.
Russell, thank you. Kevin, he does it brilliantly.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, you go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
This was vintage Kevin Durant we saw tonight, fellas. Just tearing it up. He's got the most diverse set of skills out there from an offensive standpoint. There isn't anything he can't do. And defensively, he can do it as well. It's almost impossible to count all the ways Kevin Durant helps his team.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.